Sweet, smoky, and deeply savory Korean barbecue short ribs, or Galbi, are perfect for summer grilling. Just make sure you give them time to marinate. They pair super well with some steamed rice and sweet and sour cucumber salad that's cool and refreshing. Alright, to kick things off, we're going to make a marinade for our galbi. We'll start with one medium white onion that I diced, a few cloves of garlic, one Asian pear that I also diced, and about a tablespoon of ginger paste or freshly grated ginger, and then just blitz all that up into a paste. By the way, as always, exact amounts and directions are down below, as well as on the website, so don't feel like you got to take notes. Once it's got the consistency of applesauce, add it into a very large bowl, because we got more stuff to bring to the party here. We'll start with 3/4 of a cup of soy sauce, followed by an equal part of brown sugar, and some honey as well. Next up, we'll add in a good amount of toasted sesame oil. It's a really key flavor in this recipe, and some freshly cracked black pepper. Give all that a nice stir until it is well incorporated, and then we're going to grab some flanken-style beef ribs. These have been cut with little pieces of the bone with the meat that's still attached to it. You can find them in most grocery stores or run to an Asian market if you need to. Now for this marinade, we're going to let them go for 8 hours, even up to overnight. I actually did mine for almost 24 hours. You want to turn them a few times or flip them over, but you also want a nice large container or large bag so they can make maximum contact with that marinade. That Asian pear really helps to tenderize the meat. And speaking of tenderizing stuff, take out your frustrations and rage on a couple English cucumbers. You can use a knife to help transfer the pressure to it, or just a rolling pin, or just your hand. But once you see nice cracks and fissures opening up like that in the flesh, go ahead and cut it into 1/2-inch pieces. You're not trying to pulverize it, just chunk it up a little bit. If it doesn't completely fall apart, you can cut along some of those fault lines that you created. You want these into roughly bite-sized pieces. Once you've done that with 2 of them, get them into a colander, and then season them with salt, and place it into a large bowl and leave it for at least 30 minutes. What this is going to do is allow us to draw out some extra water and moisture from those cucumber pieces so that our final salad or pickles are not overly watery. To make a dressing, we're going to put some sugar into a bowl, followed by more toasted sesame oil, some rice vinegar, some soy sauce, as well as some gochujang. You could also use chili oil or any kind of chili paste just to give it a little bit of heat and nice red color. Going in with a couple of crushed cloves of garlic, and then just stir all of that to thoroughly combine, make sure that sugar is thoroughly melted. Now, our cucumbers here have given up a lot of excess moisture, so give them a stir and a firm shake to shake it all out, and then just discard all of that excess liquid and return those cucumbers to the bowl. Add in that very flavorful dressing and thoroughly stir these. Go ahead and break up any large pieces if you find them. Make sure they're well coated in that, and give them at least 30 minutes to chill in the fridge before serving. I like to garnish mine with some toasted sesame seeds, but that part's optional. You could also put some fresh herbs like cilantro or green onions in there. Now, we're going to grill our short ribs here. You definitely need to grill these. They impart that nice smoky flavor that you just can't get from a pan. So charcoal is best, but if you have gas, that'll do. You want it over pretty high heat, about 400 to 450 degrees. And we're just going to give these about 5 to 6 minutes aside. Do keep an eye on them. There was a lot of sugar between the pear and that brown sugar and that marinade, so if you get a hot spot, they can flame up pretty quickly. At the same time, I would offer you do definitely want to get some color like that. That's just beautiful. Nice grill marks, charred. That sugar is glazed onto the outside. And these are really just a thing of beauty. Yeah, it takes a little while to wait for the marinade, but once you're ready to cook, these things are done quickly. I definitely recommend plating it up with some good old plain steamed long grain rice. Lay down a couple of those glossy, beautiful ribs. Spoon in some of that sweet and sour, crunchy, cool, and refreshing smashed cucumber salad. And I would normally hit this with some green onions, of course, but I was all out and not about to go to the store just to garnish a dish. So there you have it, a few extra sesame seeds on top, and we are ready to dive in for a bite. And man, just look at that wonderful color and char on the outside. Nice smokiness from the grill. And because we let it marinate for so long, that flavor is so deeply penetrated into the meat, and that Asian pear has some enzymes in it that really help to tenderize the meat. Really awesome bite. These quick pickles or cucumber salad, really however you want to refer to it, has just such a nice texture, a great sweet and sour flavor. Just can't stop going in, just kind of going animalistic on this meat, but man, it is so flavorful and tasty. Really highly recommend that you give these things a try. You're not going to be disappointed. Great way to mix it up and do something different on the grill this summer. So, hope you'll do that. Drop a like. Thanks for watching, and now it's your turn to go make something delicious.